Hi boys and girls. You may recall in the last couple of weeks we've talked about Edward McDowell's colony, the McDowell colony, and we talked about the fact that Aaron Copland, one of the most famous American composers, attended that colony. His first well-known piece was The Cat and the Mouse, and I played that for you last week. That was done in the 1920s. By the time Copland got to the 30s, he started writing in a bit of a different style. It was less abstract, less dissonant. He was relying more on folk music, and he wrote 3 ballets: Billy the Kid in 1938, Rodeo in 1942, and Appalachian Spring in 1944. And we're going to talk about Appalachian Spring because it is considered Copland's masterpiece. Martha Graham, a very famous dancer, asked Aaron Copland to write this music for her for a ballet. And at the time, Copland just called it Ballet for Martha. He didn't really have a name for it. Martha Graham came up with the name, and she got it from a poem by Hart Crane. And it really doesn't refer to the Appalachian Trail. It's really referring to a spring of water that she read about in this poem. Appalachian Spring was originally written for a 13-member orchestra, and later it was written as an orchestral suite. It's a piece about 24 to 25, 26 minutes, depending on which conductor is performing it. But I am only going to ask you to listen to a very special section towards the end of the piece where Copland uses the shaker tune, Simple Gifts. I'm going to sing this for you first, and then we're going to talk about simple gifts. 'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where you ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn, turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right. Now, this beautiful tune is important to us Kentucky people because it came from the Shaker community. And in the state of Kentucky, we have Shaker Village at Pleasant Hill, about 75 minutes from Louisville or so. It was a communal group of people that created wonderful furniture, special kinds of marmalades and soups. They made brooms, they made soaps, they made candles, but they created many, many pieces of music for their worship. And this is one of the most famous pieces, Simple Gifts. And this is the piece which Copland used for the conclusion of Appalachian Spring. Now, I am going to give you on the video in your Google Classroom only the section of Appalachian Spring where Simple Gifts begins. The piece itself is much longer. And if you really, really like it, I would encourage you to listen to the whole work. One of my favorite recordings is by Leonard Bernstein, who is also a friend of Aaron Copland. So please enjoy Appalachian Spring. You'll hear it from the point of 'tis a gift to be simple. I'll see you next week. This is Dr. D. Have a good week.